friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome to yet another new day and a new video of my channel. So today is day 3 and today we have traveled from Dubrovnik to Split, and from Split, from here we have taken a cruise of 5.5 hours, and that's going to take us across 3 islands, blue caves, blue lagoons and many more things. So yeah, the full day we are going to be on cruise, and I'm super excited as well, and I hope you guys like it too. So welcome to Split. I would like to mention that we went on a speedboat tour. I wrongly mentioned the cruise at the beginning of the video. So to begin with, download the application, get your guide. There are several options for a day tour from Split. There are 2 timing options. The first option starts at 8 am and the second option starts at 11 am. However, we took the second option and the shorter tour because the longer one was impossible for us as we were traveling from Dubrovnik to Split on the same day. However, we chose the option which was a shorter tour which started at 11 am. We booked our tickets in the application Get Your Guide, and the price of the ticket per head was 70 euros for the trip we selected. Set sail on the Adriatic Sea with this half-day speedboat tour from Split, cruise between beautiful beaches and bays, enjoy the laid-back atmosphere of the beach and the glittering blue lagoon, explore the historic city of Trogir. Hop on board a boat and meet your skipper, discover some of the most fascinating destinations in the middle of the Adriatic Sea. After enjoying a relaxing boat ride and exploring the panoramic views of Split, reach your first destination, and that is the UNESCO protected Trogir Islands. After exploring the Trogir Islands, take a boat ride to Blue Lagoon, greet the turquoise sea and sandy beaches, jump straight into the crystal clear waters for a refreshing swim, dive to explore the rich marine life underwater, hit the sun deck to sunbath and relax. And at the end of the boat tour, for the final destination, we visit the islands of Salta. Here you lose yourself in the weaving streets of this ancient port town with free time to shop, have lunch or visit the idyllic beaches. So stay tuned to explore the islands around Split. Split is the second largest city in Croatia and lies on the Dalmatian coast. The city was founded as a Greek colony almost 2500 years ago. It is a major commercial and transportation center in Croatia. In Split, you can also book a cruise for about a week up to 18 months. There are several packages starting from low to high range. You can enjoy the sea from within the cruise and explore the whole of Croatia and its beauty from the sea. Prices of these cruises vary from 600 to 900 euros for about a week per person. Visit several islands, culturally rich cities and the Dalmatian coast. These cruise starts and ends in Split. The first destination of our boat tour was the Trogir Islands. Trogir is a historic town and harbour on the Adriatic coast in Split, Dalmatian County. Trogir has 2300 years of urban tradition. Its culture was created under the influence of ancient Greek and afterwards the Romans and Venetians. Trogir has abundant variety of palaces, churches and towers, as well as a fortress on a small island. In 1997, it was included in UNESCO's World Heritage Site. Trogir is known for having a historic center which is considered the most preserved medieval town in Central Europe. The historic center is often referred to by many as an open museum due to series of Romanesque, Gothic, Renaissance and Baroque structures found in the town. A good starting point when exploring Trogir is to visit the Trogir Cathedral, also the Cathedral of St. Lawrence. One thing you can't help but notice in Trogir is the number of churches in the town. Nearly every corner in the town has a church or a building that was once a church. Nevertheless, St. Lawrence Cathedral takes the main spot among all the Trogir churches. Trogir's central square is the heart of Trogir, where people come to relax whilst having a beer, a coffee or a gelato at the bars and cafes found around it. If you're lucky during your visit, you might come across local artists who feature regularly at the square singing interesting Croatian folk music. Although the square is quite small, a lot of historical buildings in the town are found around it. Old town of Trogir, wandering around the streets, discovering cool courtyards and squares, quirky shops and so much more, is one of the big highlights of a trip to Trogir. As I mentioned earlier, some parts of the old town remain unchanged from medieval times, so the streets in the old town can sometimes feel like medieval fantasy. Trogir Old Town is 500-meter long and 250-meter wide. So you will find that a few steps away from its narrow streets will get you on the waterfront. The waterfront is a great place to indulge your eyes with beautiful yachts sailing and docking on the harbour. Game of Thrones fans shouldn't miss Trogir waterfront since it featured in season 2 of the TV series as the trading harbour of Quarth. We have completed the trip of the Trogir Island. We have completed the tour of the Trogir Island and now we are going to Blue Lagoon. So we are going to go back on our boat. The main reason you should visit the Blue Lagoon is to swim and snorkel. The sandy ocean floor, unusual for Croatia, and shallow crystal clear water with so many shades of blue makes this perfect spot to snorkel and see what sea life you can find. The Blue Lagoon is one of the most popular places to visit near Split. A visit here will put you in an exotic paradise that looks as if it was stolen from the Caribbean. With stunning translucent turquoise water, a sandy seabed and a pristine white pebbled beach. The best time to visit Blue Lagoon is generally the peak summer months, that is July and August, which are filled with sunny hot days while sea temperatures hover around 24 degrees centigrade, that is perfect for swimming. The Devranik Valley is the island where your trip to the Blue Lagoon, Croatia will take you. A small island with a population of 168 people only. It is the reason that the island offers such a serene and remote atmosphere, yet it's just 14 miles away from the port of Split and 6 miles southwest of the Trogir harbour. There are so many Instagrammable spots in this island, and it is also believed that the island has received electricity just 3 years ago. So enjoy and stay tuned. Salta Island is located in Dalmatia, in the immediate vicinity of Split and Trogir, and can be reached by ferry from the mainland. With a size of only 58.2 kilometers square and with only about 1600 inhabitants, it is one of the smallest Croatian islands. Salta is especially known in the world of sailors and boaters, who usually choose the most beautiful spots in Croatia for their boat trips. But also a visit as an individual vacationer is definitely worthwhile because this island is still a real insider tip in Croatia and so much more than just a short stop worth. The island is a true oasis of tranquility where spectacularly beautiful bays and beaches invite you to enjoy. The main activities in this island still revolves around the age-old production of olive oil and honey, which makes it ideal for those who want to veer for the standard tourist trail for a glimpse of traditional island life. During the off-season period, most of the cafe, restaurants, places of accommodations are closed. They reopen only during the seasonal period, that is mostly from mid of May or the first week of June, and is open until November. So do make a visit to these islands accordingly. And with this, the short tour of the Salta Island also came to an end, and finally we were heading back to the Split Harbour. The most beautiful part of the split day tour was the Blue Lagoon. It was mesmerizing, and the 50 shades of blue was really worth watching. Do make sure that you also visit Blue Caves, Green Caves, which was not part of our itinerary as we took the shorter boat tour, which didn't include any of these cave tours. So yes guys, I really hope so that you liked the video, and stay tuned for part 3, and that is the Heaven on Earth Splitwise National Park. The mountain in the view is Mount Mosor or Monte Massaro. Is a mountain range in Croatia located near the city of Split on the Adriatic coast. So after 6 hours of long boat tour, we were extremely tired, and therefore we decided to have some food, and the most comforting food for me is always Indian cuisine. So we found this very well rated restaurant in Split, Rooh Indian Restaurant, where we explored a lot variety of Indian cuisine. And yeah, with this we ended our trip in Split. So do stay tuned for part 3 coming soon, and do watch part 1, that is the Dubrovnik vlog. Till then, bye.